So we're all waiting for the announcement of the reveal for Nintendo's next generation system with the Nintendo Switch 2, as once we get that announcement and we get to see the reveal trailer which shows off what the system is going to be like, that is pretty much when the official kind of promotional cycle for this next generation of Nintendo is going to begin, as after that we're going to start getting more information, as Nintendo's president already said that information is going to be coming in phases. And ever since Nintendo confirmed the existence of their next-gen system way back in May, all of the rumors and leaks that we have circulating this topic have all suggested that the system is most likely trying to come out at some point in early 2025. And if that's the case, then Nintendo would probably need to show off the system at some point during like the later parts of this year, basically like what they did with the NX, where we got that reveal in October of 2016, and then the Switch came out in March of 2017. But we're in late October right now, and Nintendo still hasn't said anything about their next-gen system. But looking at some new information that's come out recently in terms of rumors and discussion that's been going around, it seems like it's possible that Nintendo might be choosing to go with the worst possible timeline when it comes for us in terms of when we're going to get to play this next system. Alright, so this is coming from comicbook.com, where it says here, Nintendo Switch 2 release date update is not what fans expected. Nintendo Switch 2 release date may not be on the horizon after all. The current expectation among a majority of Nintendo fans and the internet at large is that the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal date is around the corner, with the Nintendo Switch 2 release date not far behind it. More specifically, the expectation, primarily based on rumors, is that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be revealed this year and then released within the first half of 2025, possibly the first quarter of the year. Time is running out for both of these things to happen, especially the latter. Meanwhile, new evidence may actually confirm the latter isn't happening at all. The latest rumor comes from a hidden post on Famiboards, which has been a source for an increasingly number of rumors and leaks. Over on the website, Randomly Random 67 reveals details on component shipments that they believe are for an upcoming Nintendo console, and these shipments seem to reveal that the console did not enter mass production back in August as many thought that it did, and this hasn't changed. Naturally, this has big implications for a release date. If the Nintendo Switch 2 has not entered mass production yet, a release in Q1 of 2025 seems very unlikely. Not only would this be a quick turnaround, but it could lead to serious supply constraints at launch, which Nintendo won't want. If Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't enter mass production very soon, in fact, a release in the first half of 2025 also seems unlikely. The good news based on shipments is that it does seem that Nintendo Switch 2 production is ramping up, which could indicate mass production is on the horizon. But right now, the numbers trickling out do not indicate mass production has commenced yet. Of course, when a console enters mass production, the chances of it leaking increases. To this end, it has been suggested that Nintendo is currently stockpiling components, preparing to enter mass production when the console is revealed. If this is true, it increases the odds of a Nintendo Switch 2 release date in the first half of 2025. Otherwise, it is very possible this machine won't arrive until holiday 2025 at the earliest, because Nintendo surely won't release it too close or during the summer. If it did, it would buck industry norms and standards. Alright, so basically from this article, it seems like there was a post on Famiboards which the moderators decided to hide for some reason, looking at the shipping data back and forth between Nintendo and kind of jumping to the conclusion that the system most likely hasn't entered mass production yet. Now, if this is actually true, this is very unfortunate news, because we've all kind of thought that the Nintendo Switch 2 is in mass production currently right now, and Nintendo is already making a ton of Switch 2 systems so that they can have a bunch of these ready and stocked up, so that when the system does come out, if it's most likely going to be coming out in early 2025, Nintendo has millions of these Switch 2 systems already ready inside of their warehouses so that they can have them shipped out and ready for people who want to play them. But if this system hasn't even entered mass production yet, then it's basically impossible to have like millions of these systems ready and still have that system come out in early 2025 like what's been rumored. And considering how we're in late October right now, with November just around the corner, and we still haven't heard a single thing from Nintendo about their next-gen system, maybe it is true that Nintendo isn't going to be releasing this in early 2025, and we're gonna have to wait even longer than we initially thought to actually get to play this system. So if Nintendo isn't going to be starting mass production of the Switch 2 until 2025, It basically removes all possibility of this system coming out in the first half of next year, and more than likely this is now going to become a holiday 2025 release, which just sounds really unfortunate because it would basically mean that you would have to wait all the way until this time of next year, probably even later because it's going to come out around like the middle of November, so you would have to wait all the way until like November of 2025 to finally get your hands on this system. And this just kind of sucks because it means that the current Nintendo Switch is still going to be the main Nintendo system for pretty much all of next year as well, because the next gen system isn't going to be coming out till all the way towards the end of next year. And so that basically means that you're going to have to keep playing the current Nintendo Switch for all of 2025 as well, and Nintendo still is going to need to have games for next year as well, because the thing is, the only thing that we know about for 2025 games is that Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be coming out and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And those two games, while they are exciting, aren't going to be enough to carry all of 2025 if the Switch 2 isn't going to be coming out all the way until late 2025. Pokemon Legends ZA especially is already rumored to not be releasing until late 2025 because we haven't even seen what this game looks like yet, and we're probably not going to see until like the Pokemon Presents that happens on Pokemon Day in February of next year, and so they're probably just going to be promoting that game for a majority of 2025, and it's going to release in like November of 2025 anyway. So Metroid Prime 4, depending on how far along it's in development, maybe that can come out earlier in like the summer of 2025, but you're still going to need to have other games for the current Nintendo Switch if there isn't going to be a next-gen system until all the way at the end of the year, so Nintendo would still need to have other games and releases sprinkled in for the current Switch, and that just seems like a very grim timeline because I feel like if the Switch 2 came out in early 2025, we could have had all of next year and gone through like having multiple releases throughout the year of next-gen Nintendo games, having other third-party releases and stuff, but if this system is going to be coming out in late 2025, then you're pretty much just going to get whatever Nintendo decides to launch it with if it's like a new 3D Mario or whatever, maybe some third-party games, and then basically you're going to have to wait until 2026 now to actually get an entire next-gen of Nintendo for the entire year. And really the only thing that Nintendo has officially said is that the Switch 2 is going to be announced before the end of their fiscal year at the end of March of 2025, but at this point now I'm expecting basically the worst possible timeline so that there's no way for me to get disappointed, so I'm not expecting the Switch 2 to be shown until like middle or late March of next year. The blowout presentation is probably going to be in like the summer in like June or July, then we're probably not going to get hands-on press coverage until like September or October, and then the system is going to come out in like November of 2025. I'm just going to assume the worst possible scenario now so that there's no way for me to get disappointed, and I can only get pleasantly surprised if Nintendo decides to do something different, but yeah, it's just really unfortunate if this is actually going to be the timeline that we're going to be getting. And so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more Nintendo Switch 2 videos, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this. How would you guys feel if this is going to be the new timeline moving forward with the Nintendo Switch 2? How would you feel if the system doesn't come out all the way until the end of next year and we just don't hear about it and we're still gonna have the Nintendo Switch that we currently have as our main Nintendo system for pretty much all of next year as well? What do you guys think about everything? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.